We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making this video. Now, we have Clov stock here, Clover Health Investments Corp. We're going to look at it together. We're going to look at all the data, the technicals, and what's going on in the charts, as well as what 42 Vision is showing per candlestick. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the 2 home runs I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. The 2 home runs of the day were spectacular, and we're going to talk about the stocks I mentioned this morning. And if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So, talked about FCUV. This one was at a higher level in the charts, which possessed more risk, but it gave multiple opportunities. We're going to look at that chart in just a moment. IPHA gave small jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10%. PSTV, same thing as well. And YVR gave small jumps of 3 to 5% and 5 to 10% at its highest point of possibility. Now, our other one that we mentioned that turned out to be a home run for the day was SCPS. Now, this happened in a matter of minutes, okay? The bell opened at 9:33 a.m. In just a matter of 3 minutes, it got halted and it was already up 20% plus. We're going to look here at the chart together, and this is when timing and execution is everything, okay? You could see this chart here has 42 Vision up, the indicator that you can gain access to as well in one of the tier levels over at the Patreon. But you can see how I went into weakness, mentioned it in the pre-market. That was the dip right there, and this was the rip. It was trying to hold itself off, and it just went into further weakness throughout the day, giving a highest point of 25% plus. Now, our other home run of the day was FCUV. You can see it here on 42 Vision. These were the points where there was more momentum. Every single time it took off 10 to 15%, 10 to 20%, but the highest point from this dip to this peak here was 20% plus. This one gave multiple times opportunities on the dips and the rips of 10 to 15, 10 to 20%, and 20% plus at a highest point. If this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, I would like to invite you to join us. The link is down below in the description. And this is what we strive to as a community to look for daily opportunities of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, and a home run is 20% plus. Let's go ahead and jump into these charts. So here we are with Clov stock, Clover Health Investments Corp. And this is a stock that we've been tracking closely together. I talked about all the different things that I believed, all the times this spiked up. If this was a bull trap, it wasn't showing enough strength. It was always coming right back down the same amount it went up. And that right there was a red flag. And then I talked about how this could go towards 750. And if it broke through it and stayed below it, it could go lower or have a difficult time coming back up. Well, it touched 740s and it jumped out of it, hit highs here of 910, pulled back down, consolidated, and it's taking off today, right? So there's a few key things to look at here. And when you zoom in, you can see 42 Vision's momentum here, right? You could see how the candlesticks are actually showing when there was momentum here, momentum has formed here. And this is something you can gain access to as well by joining the 42 Vision indicator tier level over at the Patreon. The link is down below. And by joining the 42 Vision indicator tier level, you'll gain access to the Patreon posts, you'll gain access to the weekly watch list, you'll gain access to the daily watch list and the Discord, as well as the indicator. So here we are seeing it pushing upwards. We're going to look at the short float right now. It's pretty high, but not high enough to send, that big push of a possible squeeze, right? It's in the works, and that's what I'm going to be watching if it starts going higher. But right now it's sitting there and it's not really sending that possible squeeze effect yet, right? This is all natural upward momentum because of the bulls. Now let's go ahead and look at it. So the first thing here that was actually initiated and resumed today is Citigroup with a neutral post of $10, okay? That's still an upside from where it currently sits. The short float is 15%. And the target price overall, right, from analysis, mean target prices is 933. So at the end of the day, there's still upside from where it currently sits based off that $10 one that was just resumed here today, September 2nd, 2021. As I'm recording this video, Short float is 15%. I'm going to be watching if this goes lower, meaning that some of the shorts have covered. And if it goes higher, meaning a possible potential for even further upward trend and a possible squeeze, right? Because eventually they'll have to cover. Now, the other thing here is the mean target price of analysis price targets. And it's still above where we currently sit by another 60 cents, 50 cents, and that is 933. So super important to be aware that it got pretty close to it up here at the 9s, and it got close to it up here at these high 910s, and it created a rejection. So it's going to be super important moving forward for this to break through 910. If it can't do that, it's going to create a rejection that is unavoidable. Okay, so that needs to definitely be broken through, turn into a support so that the bulls can continue going higher and reaching new highs based off of the charts. Now right here you could see that there was a consolidation period. This news probably propped it up a little bit, and it's going to be important because when you remove here 42 vision, you can't see that type of momentum indication to see if this is going to consolidate within this area. Okay, if it could consolidate here, well, that's a move from down here to there. Okay, if it can. Now if it breaks out of it, we're going to have to see 910 be turned into a support so that the bulls can actually bounce off of it, reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and then work their way up here to 1012 and continue that staircase effect to the upside. The stock has done a really good job at getting out from the 7s here and bringing itself back up within this channel that we've talked about, right? Within that area. And if it can finally break out towards that 910, towards that $10 range and break out of it, it can go even higher. And that 15%, even though it doesn't sound like a lot or seem like a lot, even if it doesn't move any higher and it stays the same, that 15% of shorts will eventually have to cover, pushing up this stock even higher. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, how you feel about Clove at these levels. Are you excited? Do you see it going back up to the 10s? Do you see it breaking out of the 10s going towards the 12 range? I look forward to seeing those thoughts. Now to the downside, we got to see this, and this is important. The first point is 881, and then the second one is 856. If those two get broken through, the lowest point in this consolidation period is right there, 828. Significantly important to watch these levels and see if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are tearing this one fairly fast. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.
Liftoff of the Delta rocket carrying GLAST, a gamma ray telescope searching for unseen physics in the stars of the galaxies.